Hi everybody, today we are cooking up Play-Doh. Now we can't eat it obviously, but it is a great thing to make with your kids or your grandkids, or just, you want to bring out your inner child. So it's fun to do, it's easy to do, it's very inexpensive, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And I'm also going to show you how to make, those little squeeze toys that you see in the store to reduce stress for adults. You squeeze them along and they make you feel better and they feel really cool. Well, I'm going to show you how to make that using the Play-Doh. Typically when they make those, sometimes they're made with flour or cornstarch or other ingredients. Now if it breaks, what happens? You've got a mess. But with Play-Doh, it stays intact and there's no big deal. All right, I'm Rockin' Robin and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. So I'm going to go over the ingredients with you, and I'm also going to show you what kind of tools and equipment that you need in order to make the Play-Doh. Here's what we need. We need some flour. This is just regular all-purpose flour. I got a couple cups here. We'll need about a cup of salt. Regular salt works. Back here we have cream of tartar. We'll need some water, some vegetable oil, and food coloring. For our tools, we'll need a 4-quart pot. So that's what this is here, and it's a nice stainless steel pot. We're also going to need a stainless steel spoon. You're going to want to use stainless steel as opposed to wood, because otherwise you're going to stain your wooden spoon, and we don't want to do that. We want to stain our Play-Doh. And to make the stress reduction toys, you're going to need a funnel. Now, I got one here that's from the hardware store, and it has a good size opening here. And you'll need some balloons, of course. And you want it to have it big enough of an opening here so that you can actually easily get the Play-Doh inside the balloon. And I'll show you that in a bit. So to start this off, we're over at the stove. I got my pot here. No heat is on at the moment. All right, so we're going to add our flour to the pot. In goes the salt and the cream of tartar. We'll put all the dry ingredients in, and we're going to stir this up to combine. We want to make sure this is well combined before we add any of the liquid ingredients. Now that the flour mixture is nicely combined, we're going to take another container right here, and we're going to add all of our wet ingredients. So here's my 2 cups of water. Next is our vegetable oil. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of this. And now we want to add our food coloring. Now be really careful with your food coloring because it stains anything it touches. So I have a piece of paper towel here sitting on top of a piece of wax paper in case, if I need to set something down that has the food coloring on it, it's safe enough. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of food coloring, which is a fair amount, but you're going to have some really nice vibrant color from that much. Once we add all of our food coloring in there, we want to give this a stir before we add it to our flour mixture. Now I still haven't turned any heat on yet, so I'm going to go ahead and pour in my liquid slowly and start stirring. I'm still not going to turn the heat on until I get all of this mixed together. Once everything looks pretty well mixed in, you'll still see a few lumps, and that's okay. You've got all the wet ingredients are mixed into the dry. We're going to turn our temperature on to medium-low. Now we have to stir this constantly. Don't stop or walk away from it. And this will take about 5 minutes approximately. And what you'll find is it's going to get thicker and thicker and harder to stir as the flour cooks. And eventually it'll just turn into a big ball. And once it does that, we'll turn off the heat and let it cool. And that's pretty much it. We're done. All right, so now we're just going to knead the dough. I think it's cool enough I can handle it. Oh yeah. And we're going to knead this until it's nice and smooth, probably about a minute. Now that our Play-Doh's done, I want to show you how to make those little squeeze toys, all right? Now, I keep my Play-Doh covered up with saran wrap, and this one's still warm, but I like to keep it covered so that it stays nice and moist and doesn't dry out. Okay, so you need your funnel and a balloon, and we're going to feed the mouth of this over the top of the funnel. So I'm going to just squeeze this on like that, and I'm actually going to pull it down. What I want to do is put it over the funnel up to the point where it starts to widen out on the balloon. That way it's much easier to put your Play-Doh in it. So we take our Play-Doh and you make it into a cylinder shape, and you want to hang on to your balloon so it doesn't slip off the funnel, and just push it right in there until we get it to the desired size that we want it to. You'll know because you'll be able to squeeze it and you'll say, oh, that fits nicely in my hand. Then you're just going to slide the end off. So you're going to want to pull this back, make sure we got all the air out of it, and we're going to tie a knot in the end of our balloon. Make sure that's secure, and look at that. It looks like an egg. Now I didn't get all the air out, but I got most of it out. So once you do that, then you can draw on them. You can put little faces, you can draw whatever you want. Put a little message on there, you know, whatever works for you. Put stars, I mean, the sky's the limit, guys. All right, guys, so that's how you make Play-Doh. It's super easy to make, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having fun here. I'm getting into my inner child here, and I'm just making stuff just like when I was a kid. It's a lot of fun. All right, do this with your kids or your grandkids and make some good memories. You know, make these things too. These things are great. These little squeeze balls, I mean, you don't have to buy them, you can make them. It's simple enough to do, and you can personalize them. That's what I really like about this. You can put, you know, little notes on them, or, you know, pictures, anything you want for a special someone. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please share this video with those you think that might get some enjoyment out of it. I really appreciate it when you do that, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel right up there, and leave me a comment. I always enjoy hearing from you guys. So take care, and we'll see you in the next video.